Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider. Today my guest is Dr. Rob Horwich with Community Conservation. Welcome, Dr. Horwich.
Glad to be here.
Tell me, what does community conservation do?
What we do is we catalyze local rural people to take care of their environment.
And what kinds of projects has community conservation done through this efforts?
Well, we started out in Belize, a small country in Central America. We've then done quite a number of projects in southern Wisconsin. Now we work in Assam, India, Madagascar, and Peru. We have worked in Russia and Papua New Guinea and a number of other countries in Central America.
Now, when you say that you're a catalyst, what specifically are you doing?
I'll go into a community, begin to work with local people, tell them what they have that's special, because very often they don't understand that, and then begin to help them form a group that will help them to take care of that environment or that special thing that they have.
Let's talk about southern Wisconsin for a moment. What projects have you identified, and what is your organization doing to benefit the environment there?
Well, we catalyzed the Kickapoo Reserve in the northern Kickapoo area. We have catalyzed a Blue Mounds project, which is private landowners in Blue Mounds, and the Badger ammunition plant. We've started that, or helped to start that, and it's still in the process of being deciding what they want to do with that land they have there.
Having kayaked the Kickapoo River here recently, tell me more about what you're doing in the Kickapoo Valley Reserve. The Kickapoo Valley Reserve, we started that, and we're no longer totally involved in it. But the original idea was that that reserve would be sort of a focal area for protection, and then would work on down the Kickapoo Valley. So at this point, we've started a project called the Kickapoo Community Sanctuary, which is a voluntary concept where local landowners, local residents will try and work on certain principles and some ideas to protect the Kickapoo Valley. So what types of animals are in the Kickapoo Valley that you feel are important for the local community to support?
We've been working with local birders and DNR birders, also birders from the Mississippi Valley Conservancy. And in Southern Valley and probably throughout the valley, there's a lot of migrants that are fairly endangered that depend on the forest, but they also go down to Central and South America.
Now, I know that the Kickapoo Valley Reserve Education Project is doing a special on wolves, I think, this fall. Is that something that was a part of your efforts?
No, not directly. Okay. Not the education. That was the beginning part of it. And of course, not wolves at this point. The closest wolves are in the Necedah area, which is about 2 hours from where I live, and maybe an hour and a half from here.
And why is it important that community conservation act as a catalyst?
Well, right now, in general, you have you have organizations in the cities. You can multiply the amount of conservationists if you can think about having little organizations in each area on site to protect those particular areas. So, for instance, in the reserve, they have Friends of the Reserve that are basically based in Lafarge and nearby communities.
So how can we become community conservationists?
Well, I think anyone, if they look and see in their community what needs help, things that used to be a marsh, that used to be a forest, and you can see the degrading, that's when you start to take action. You begin to assess the situation and then involve some of your friends and neighbors and see what you can do to move the community to protect it.
So viewers that might want to get more information, do you have a website?
Yeah, our website is communityconservation.org.
And how about a phone number?
608-735-4717. And
It's communityconservation@mwt.net.
Well, thank you so much for your efforts, Dr. Rob Horwich with Community Conservation. This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.